Kia ora Rotorua, ahead in tonight's news bulletin. Horticulture New Zealand announces Young Grower of the Year. Fish and Game praises local poaching spotter. And the Bay of Plenty steamers at the top of the competition table. Those stories and more in detail tonight on City News. 4 of New Zealand's best young growers have completed competition for the title of Young Grower of the Year. This will be the 3rd year for the competition. The event was part of Horticulture New Zealand's annual conference, which was held at the Energy Event Centre. Yesterday, one of the competition's final events, the young growers pitched against their elder counterparts in a tyre-changing challenge. Earlier, the growers had testing and a range of practical and business activities. The aim of the award is to recognise and celebrate young leaders in the horticulture industry who have both excellent technical skills and leadership capabilities. This year's winner, Ben Smith, was awarded the title of Young Grower of the Year at the conference dinner last night. Ben Smith says winning the award provides a lot of industry connections which will help him with his horticulture career.
I think one thing it provides is a lot of connections to a lot of people. So, through doing everything, you meet a lot of really interesting people with a lot of great ideas, and all those connections really add up over time, yeah.
Horticulture New Zealand President Andrew Fenton told the Horticulture Conference the fresh fruit and vegetable industry is not benefiting from recent high prices. He says consumers might be paying more for fresh fruit and vegetables, but this does not automatically translate into increased returns for growers. However, Andrew Fenton says that despite the high prices, the industry is in good shape.
We're worth $5.5 billion annually at the moment. New Zealand's 4th largest industry, so that's pretty important. But we have our issues at the moment as well around the high prices of fruit and vegetables currently.
Andrew Fenton says that increased returns for growers will only happen with increased exports.
I mean, we pay an enormous amount of tariffs into some of our importing countries that we're trying to negotiate free trade agreements with. Korea is of note, and it costs every grower about $25,000 a year to export into Korea. So, I mean, if we can remove those with FTAs, then that'll be only good. That'll bring more money back to the growers.
For more information about Young Grower of the Year, visit the Horticulture New Zealand website. Visitors to Rotorua Museum have had to not only contend with the renovations and upgrade, but also some restrictions to the usual exhibits on display. There had been some disquiet voiced around full price entry charges when not all exhibitions could be viewed. However, Museum Director Greg McManus says that despite the fact that some of the Māori displays have not been able to be seen, the wait will be worth it. Mr McManus also says that even though some regular exhibits can't be seen, all exhibit spaces are full. He says that if visitors have been disappointed or had not seen what they had expected, the museum would discuss a refund or discount. But he says all visitors are told what is able to be seen before they pay for entry. Fish and Game officers have praised a keen-eyed local who spotted trout poachers and gave them an ultimatum. The pair, who scooped up 4 spawning trout in a landing net, was seen by a member of the public who approached them and said, "You can either wait for Fish and Game officers or I can ring the police." Fish and Game officer Anthony Van Dorp says they are grateful for the action taken by this man who had seen similar goings-on in the past and obviously decided enough's enough. The two have pleaded guilty in the Rotorua District Court and been fined $700 each plus costs. In sport tonight, the Bay of Plenty steamers were far too good for a lacklustre Waikato team, charging home 36-8 winners at the International Stadium last night. The Bay executed nearly everything to perfection, running in 4 tries and a complete performance. Both sides had some of New Zealand's best 7 stars in their ranks, but it was the steamers' Toby Arnold who took the honours with 2 tries. The match was predicted to be competitive, with the 2 sides making up the Chiefs franchise and competing for the region's bragging rights. And it wasn't long before the big boys were at it, punches flying after just a few minutes. The steamers took a while to get going, but once things settled down, they used a wealth of territory to put points on the board. The victory sees Bay of Plenty top the standings with 14 points, well clear of the closest pursuers Canterbury and Auckland, who have 6 points each. To weather now, tonight rain, northwesterlies, overnight a low of 4. Tomorrow Thursday, morning rain clearing, southwest change, high of 12, low of 4. Outlook for Friday, fine spells, westerly winds, high of 13, low of 5. Marine forecast for Lake Rotorua tomorrow, Thursday. Westerly 10 knots rising to 15 knots in the evening. Waves below half a metre. Showers clearing during morning and fine spells developing. If you've missed any of tonight's bulletin, you can watch it again by going to tvrotorua.co.nz and click on the View Latest City News link. Or to view what's on in our city, click on the Upcoming Events link. Still to come in tonight's programme, our coverage of the Rugby World Cup Roadshow, and Dr. Kate Mills has sensible advice of giving up smoking.